We need more stories and shows like Murder Drones, Hell of a Boss, Lackadaisy, Satina, and Tales of Zale. They represent the lifeblood of creativity, fandom, and honest ambition. I firmly believe that independent creators such as Liam Vickers and Studio Glitch, Vizzy Pop and her crew, Tracy J. Butler, Hannah Daigle, Sif Savory, and all those other guys out there are the future for storytelling and entertainment. Not that they will take over Hollywood and usher in a brand new golden age of storytelling and animation, though that'd be really nice to see. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about right here. However, in the long term, I really do feel that the successes of these independent creators in these small studios will be what pushes the envelope for so many future and current storytellers and animators who are going to go on and just continue to breathe life into this medium of animated storytelling. And that's because their works, I do believe, represent the best efforts of unfettered imagination and passion. Hi there everyone, Lars here from Camille's Harem. Not just a podcast for novice writers by novice writers, but also a YouTube channel by novice writers for novice writers. Because writing is an adventure, it's more fun with friends. Now, I thought about making a video on this topic a while ago, and it's become incredibly timely considering the current Hollywood writer's strike. We're looking at a pipeline in the future of television and film where all the productions are shunted back months, if not even years. This creates a perfect window for independent creators to slide on in and introduce their works. Now, it does take a lot of time and resources to properly produce a short, an episode, and especially an animated movie. So you'd be hard-pressed to have all of that finished, to have a good finished product as soon as possible to capitalize on that particular window. But that being said, while all these studios are shut down and unable contractually and legally to do anything other than finish what was already in production, you creators out there are in a perfect position to show off your work, pitch your ideas, and earn eyeballs and fans because no one's going to be getting entertainment from Hollywood anytime soon in the future. And one of the ways that we as a community of novice authors can help is to encourage other people to see some of these amazing projects that are being made by independent creators right now. And I'm here to say, as a novice author, that all of these shows are not just quality animation, but they have stories worth watching and supporting. So if you haven't heard of any of these gems that I mentioned at the beginning, let me quickly introduce them to you. Murder Drones follows the adventures of angsty teen robot Uzi, whose people hide out on a world stuck in a perpetual nuclear winter, trying to escape the sadistic disassembly drones sent to wipe out all AI on the planet. However, things go sideways for Uzi when she tries to build a ray gun for a class project and goes outside her colony for spare parts. She runs across the disassembly drone designation N, and the two of them form an unlikely friendship and begin a spooky journey to discover what their parent company, J.C. Jensen in space, has in store for them. And they often find way more than they can handle. Hell of a Boss follows Blitzo and his ragtag team of assassins, Moxie, Millie, and Luna, Blitzo's adopted daughter. They offer their services to sinners and denizens of hell who want people from the world of the living killed to settle old scores. It's a dangerous, bloody business that gets even crazier as Blitzo uses a magical grimoire to make their business function, getting into a relationship with the book's owner, Stolas. And this ensures that Blitzo and his crew get reeled into the dealings of hell itself, taking them on missions of self-discovery, found family, and lots of rated R violence. This is a show that's definitely not for kids. Lackadaisy tells the story of a turf war in St. Louis during the height of Prohibition. The pilot episode doubles out as an introduction to the comic series and as a pitch for the rest of the show. The struggling speakeasy run by the mysterious Mitzi May is about to fold to its underworld competitors, which would mean the end of her. To prevent this from happening, the unconquerable and poetic Rocky leads a merry campaign of espionage, sabotage, and thievery against the rest of St. Louis's bootleggers, accompanied by the beautiful and capable Ivy and his own hidden dragon cousin, Freckles. This story is beautifully animated and dives into the alluring but self-destructive world of smuggling, and it is also pretty bold to tackle many of the issues that permeated the Great Depression, but does so not just with great animation, but with a lot of entertainment and humorous flair. Satina tells the journey of deadbeat dad Dave and his demon daughter Satina. Yeah, Dave was lucky, or unlucky enough, to get jiggy with it with the Queen of Hell, or at least one of them. Whenever he's got to take care of his daughter, Dave slowly learns what it means to be a supporting father, while Satina learns more about the human world. And this routinely leaves a lot of confusion and cursed content in her wake. If Hell of a Boss is too much for you, then this right here, I believe, is an excellent and hilarious substitute story. Finally, we have the gorgeous and melancholy adventures of Zale. Tales of Zale is about a young orphan fox who is exploring and making sense of a post-apocalyptic world where humanity has vanished, but the bones of a modern civilization remains. Zale makes friends with different creatures around the woods, out in the fields, and in the ruins, trying to find the place where he truly belongs. It's a sad, slow story, but filled with childlike wonder and a sense of hope that makes you wish that you could just cross through the screen and give this good fox a big hug. I highly recommend all of these stories if you're looking for quality entertainment. Now, I come back to why any of this matters for us novice authors, and what can we learn from the presence, the success, and the influences of these independent shows. Well, I think there are a few valuable lessons. First, remember this all-important fact. You need your stories need you, and the world needs your stories. Explore any of these shows, and you'll find so much passion behind them, so much individuality. You or I could not tell the stories of Murder Drones, Hell of a Boss, Lackadaisy, etc. Only Liam, Vizzypop, or Tracy could do that. Those stories would not exist without them. And we find just how important these stories and their characters are to their creators the more that you dive into them. And then just look at how popular and influential these stories have been to others. Your stories can and will be the same if you give them the proper attention. While we might not be all as popular or influential as these guys, that does not make our journey with our own stories any less rewarding. The second lesson is perseverance. Telling a good story takes time, practice, and a long string of successes and failures in order to make sure that the story that you are writing is the best that it can be. It takes time to get people's attention as well. It takes time to gain people's trust that you can tell a good story. It's so easy to give up, but success takes time. It takes dedication and perseverance. The third lesson is this: you must advertise and advocate for your work. This can be so embarrassing at times, just putting yourself out there. And often, people even hide behind the anonymity of the internet. They put out their stories and their creations, but they are still scared to advertise and put themselves out there, which is necessary if you want to be discovered. A lot of these stories would not have attracted as much attention as they have without intense advertising and the creators really putting themselves out there. That means that you'll also attract plenty of negative attention too. And you'll learn, however, by doing this, to grow a thick skin and a backbone so it doesn't get to you. Don't be afraid to confront that. But don't engage with trolls. Don't waste your time with that. Focus on what it means to do your best for yourself and for your story, and then do it. Fourth and finally, celebrate all successes, not just your own. Be happy for those who get their works published, animated, purchased, etc. Encourage them, boost them, root for them. If we can pump the world full of entertainment and creativity and just as much positivity as we possibly can, that will go a long way for the betterment of just storytelling and humanity in general. I firmly do believe this. Furthermore, this business of storytelling is so hard. It can be so rough at times. You have to celebrate every success for every independent creator out there, because it's just another step forward to bringing a real change in the industry and bringing unique stories to the masses that Hollywood and traditional publishing will not do of their own volition, because they're not bold enough, they're not creative enough, they're not smart enough, they're not desperate enough or passionate enough to do what independent creators and storytellers do on a regular basis. If you can learn and apply these lessons, you'll find yourself feeling far more encouraged and motivated on this difficult journey that we call writing. Your own journey with your own stories will be unique and challenging, but if you can remember these more positive points from these other stories, you will do well. I guarantee it. So with all that being said, support independent creators, watch these amazing shows. If you haven't already done so, watch them again if you have, and keep on writing. If you found these recommendations and suggestions helpful or inspiring, consider sharing this video and spreading the word, please. And if you're looking for more writing advice, please check out our other videos and our podcast, Camille's Harem. If you'd like to support us, then please check out the books that we've published. Links for them and more are in the description below. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, y'all, tschüss.